Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Tarkir Dragonstorm draft here on the channel. If you enjoy this video, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe for more, comment with your thoughts and feedback and questions, and I will be happy to answer them. We are going to be going in. Oh, there is a Call the Spirit Dragons, which I do not think is very good, but it is a sweet card. There is a Mardu Monument, which I love as a card for Mardu, not surprisingly. There is also a Mardu Devotee, which is a card that I like for Mardu, but really any white deck, because a lot of the time you'll be like a white-red aggro deck or something like that. And then other than that, there's Rakshasa's Bargain, which is really good. There is Bone Cairn Butcher, which I don't love. It's a little bit inflexible and hard to cast and doesn't even do that much on turn 4. Like, it's kind of hard to use properly. I'm really tempted to just take Mardu Monument first. I've been really liking these aggressive decks, and Mardu Monument is a really good piece of the more mid-rangey Mardu decks as well. Mardu Devotee is also solid, but I think the Monument's better. And then Rakshasa's Bargain is also tempting, so those are the two cards I'm mainly considering. I think I'm going to take the Monument here. I think it's just a really nice card. It's really important for Mardu decks to have fixing, compared to other decks because they don't get access to random green cards like Roamer's Routine. I could see an argument for Rakshasa's Bargain, though, if you want to go that direction instead. I have been finding the more aggressive shells to be pretty solid. Here, Purging Stormbrood is a really nice card, really good combat trick. There's also Great Erishan City, which is a really good card as well. If I had taken the Dragon card, I would have taken Dragonbrood's Relic. If I had taken the Rakshasa's Bargain, I would probably also take the Dragonbrood's Relic. I think Purging Stormbrood is the combat trick mode is really strong. The lifelink and hexproof really helps swing races. And then Great Erishan City is just really nice for just making you tokens in the late game. So, it's a close pick. But I think in Mardu decks, I generally splash black, and so this is the perfect card because I get the white mana early, and then I get the black mode later. And then Reigning Victor tends to wheel, and that card's really solid as well. Beautiful. I love this card. Sunset Strikemaster is really good. I first picked it before, I think. This is a really good 2-drop. If I was going down the alternate path, the more controlling one, I think I would take Sultai Devotee. Defibrillating Current is fine, but not great. It's just 3 mana deal 4 at sorcery speed is just kind of inefficient, and sometimes you can't even cast it for that. But I really like seeing Sunset Strikemaster, and also I might wheel these Reigning Victors, so we'll keep our eye out for it. Okay, now's where things get a little bit dicier for us, because this pack does not have any cards that our deck really wants. We could take the Alchemist's Assistant. It's still just like a solid 2-drop. If we play against an aggro mirror match, it's really good. And that is the consideration. There's Abzan Devotee, which if we end up playing red-black and splashing white, could be useful. And then, like, in blue, there's this card. Teamer has this card. Riverwheel Sweep is interesting. We could consider just taking that off the splash of blue. None of these cards are particularly useful to me. I'm going to take the Riverwheel Sweep. I think it's the best card in the pack. The tempo gains. Now there's a Salt Road Skirmish. There's also a Tranquil Cove. So I could just be playing a Jeskai deck. Salt Road Skirmish is good in Mardu. There's an Abzan card, an Abzan card, Abzan card. Abzan's not a great place to be, though. I think I'll take the Skirmish, maybe. It's really nice if you have some ways to sacrifice things. Black-red can be more of a sacrifice deck. I'll take this over the Cove, I think. Now there's Great Erishan City. There's also Dragon's Prey. There's also Piercing Exhale. This is a late Piercing Exhale. Dragon's Prey is pretty reasonable, honestly. Solid removal spell. I think Great Erishan City is better. Gosh, this is tough. I kind of just want to take the land. I'll take the Dragon's Prey, though. Just be a little bit more focused. And Mardu Devotee getting one this late is a great sign. So we could be white-black base. We don't even have any white cards, though, until we're getting this guy. I don't want Narset's Rebuke, though. Late Bewildering Blizzard. So we've got really good kill spells. Some mana fixing, but not a great ton of it. A little bit of white. This is mostly, I think of as the combat trick mode, because that's like a really good game changer card. And then we get the Devotee. We're just taking very heavy Mardu cards right now. But we have not prioritized the lands a ton. We took Salt Road Skirmish. We took Dragon's Prey. Okay. This is a really strong pack. Marshal of the Lost is really good. Unsparing Boltcaster can be really good. Reigning Victors might wheel. I'm going to take Marshal of the Lost here. This card's really strong. I really like it. Oh man, it feels bad to pass up on 2 different lands. That would be good for my deck. Such is life, though. You live for the power level. Plays really well with the Salt Road Skirmish. I kind of wish I'd passed this card now. But I am mostly just a white-black deck. I don't really have any red. The red can just be a delicate splash. Well, this is crazy. I might just take the Nightblade Brigade. Ugh, this card's so much better, though. We'll take this. Bone Cairn Butcher on the wheel. Kind of crazy. I honestly don't think Dragon's Prey over land was a huge mistake. Just as I don't think Marshal of the Lost over land was a huge mistake. It's just these things sort of have a way of compounding where you just don't end up with any fixing. I do have 2 pieces of fixing, and we wield the Great Erishan City. So that's good. We'll take it over the Reigning Victor. We're probably going to wheel the other Reigning Victor. And my 4-drop slot's getting a little crowded. People just really sleep on this card. Being able to make 1/1s in the late game is huge, especially when you have cards like Marshal of the Lost. We will take a Kin Tree Nurturer now. Might have been more of a sacrifice theme. I don't love 100 Battle Veteran. My curve is a little bit high. This card could be useful, but I'm more of a black base here. And I'm definitely prioritizing sacrifice fodder cards because I have a lot of things to sacrifice. Perfect. Actually, I think I'm taking the Abzan Devotee. It's a 2-drop that will fuel future sacrifice things. Like this card, I can probably get one later. And this one also helps me with my white splash if I end up in red-black base. Just extra sources of colors is always useful. I think I'm white-black base, though. So the Sunset Strike Master is a card that might be hard to fit in, but we can still try to include it. The Riverwheel Sweep, probably not making it. I definitely would have taken a land over the Riverwheel Sweep. Okay. Well, getting Zurgo is nice. I'm definitely taking it. Passing up on Nomad Outpost feels a little bit rough, but that's how it goes. Maybe I can wheel this Windscarred Crag if the other Mardu players take the Nomad Outpost. But Zurgo is fantastic. Definitely can take over a game. I'm kind of regretting every time I've passed any fixing now, because Zurgo is a really good reason to be in Mardu. But I've got 2 pieces of fixing here. And I can prioritize it the rest of the draft. Okay. I'm going to take the Sunset Strike Master. It's just such a good card. Don't really need the Kin Guard as much. And we'll just make the mana work. Or we'll trust in our... Oh my gosh. I love Rally the Monastery. This card's stellar. Shock Brigade is stellar. Worthy Cost would be great in this deck. I might even wheel it. There's a Sibzig Appraiser. This is an easy Rally the Monastery, though. Okay, yeah, we're definitely cooking. We're going back to red. Magmatic Hellkite is a beast. Sunset Strike Master into this on turn 3 is a heck of a drug. And I regret everything. I can take this card maybe later, but I kind of just want to go back to being a white-red deck with black as more of a splash for removal. So Salt Road Skirmish can be a splash. Dragon's Prey can be a splash. The Bone Cairn Butcher and Marshal of the Lost and Salt Road Skirmish can be splashes. Let's just move all our splashes. We don't need the Kin Tree Nurturer. But we'll see what we can see. Like, all of these cards are so good for red-white. I think we're getting cut on white and red in pack 1 a little bit, potentially, but we're getting all the goods here. Killing a Martyr Devotee is honestly not the bad, terrible play against a lot of decks. Like, I have no lands to help me fix. I could see Meticulous Artisan getting in there if I really need the treasure. But yeah, this is it's been a tricky pack. There were a couple of times where I could have taken land and I did not. Like, gosh, do I take Descendant of Storms? Do I take Zergo's Vanguard? I can't take Evolving Wilds over those, I don't think. I kind of want to take Descendant of Storms. That card is a beating. Zergo's Vanguard also hits like a truck. It plays better with my synergy pieces too, I think. I'm going to take the Zergo's Vanguard because my mana is kind of bad, and I'm not sure I can reliably cast my 1-drops on turn 1. Because I might need some other stuff. I don't know. Zergo's Vanguard's really good. So is the 1-drop, though. One of the best 1-drops for this deck, for sure. I would take Martyr Devotee over almost anything here. I'm just going to put all my black splash cards over here. This is like a combat trick, so it doesn't really count. Gosh, I wish I'd taken the land now. Oh well. If we are a little bit short, it will be fine. Twill be fine. We're getting all the goods here. We have so many uncommons in this deck. Is every card pretty much an uncommon? We have like 1 common here. Jeez, this card's really messed up. But Rally at the Monastery is like the best card. And I'm just going to keep greeting and just pass the lands every time. Well, that's how you do it sometimes. We can always just reduce our splash to very little. Very minimal splash if we want. Double black versus a 3-drop. Sure, we'll just take the 3. Yeah, this guy's pretty good actually as a top end guy, but we aren't going to play him, I don't think. My black splash is unlikely to work out. At least as a deep splash. I mean, it's going to work out somehow, but we're going to be unhappy about it. Hate draft that card. Yep. Every chance I've had to take the lands, I have passed them, so I have only myself to blame. Marty Monument number 2, let's go! We are crushing it now. We're really cooking with fire. We have 3 pieces of fixing. This land is never wheeling, but you know, one can dream. I wonder if we just play straight 3-color, how that would do. We get an Evolving Wilds now over Coordinated Maneuver. The worst possible gain land, tri-land combo. I also think Wayspeaker Bodyguard is pretty good. But we have plenty of stuff to do. And we really need the land. Marshall the Lost Bone Cairn could maybe get in. We're just going to keep it simple for now and just assume that we're not. We'll just add the black cards we want to splash at the end. Meticulous Artisan could totally be fine. And then Great Ocean City is a nice little card to supplement our splash. Another Evolving Wilds. Take that over Caustic Exhale every time. These rares are really good. Not for me, but they are really good. This is another reason I didn't want to take the 1-drop is because I'm going to have to play a couple tap lands in this deck, I think. 2 Evolving Wilds, 2 Martyr Monuments, and a Martyr Devotee is honestly starting to get there. This is like the 1 black card I know I'm playing. Dragon's Prey was a mistake, maybe. That card's good, though. Saltwood Skirmish. I forget exactly what I took all these things over. I know I took Marshall of the Lost over land. That was when I thought I was black-red base. Or black-white base. I could just be a straight 3-color deck. I don't love Narset's Rebuke in these builds. Parination, 3-drop guy. Unrooted Ancestor. Pretty bad card. I guess I'll take Narset's Rebuke. I don't think it's very good here, though. Because usually you don't have something to do with the follow-up mana. Get a little bit of pump spell in for my tokens. Desperate Measures could be fine as a card draw spell. I just know I'm going to regret all these mana choices I've made. I think 1 copy of Coordinated Maneuver is fine in these builds. And there's another Bone Cairn Butcher if I want it. Starry-Eyed Skyrider might be better. My 3-drop slot is more empty than my 4-drop slot. Two Evolving Wilds are doing a lot of work here, though. This card's pretty solid in this deck. Pretty reasonable. I don't love it that much, though. I'm not going to be able to always have one. Like, my mana is kind of inconsistent, so I'd rather have this guy. Okay. Feral Deathgorger, maybe. Lancer, don't love, but I'll take it, I guess. I don't know. Three-drop, sure. We kind of got there, honestly. Boom. Reigning Victor's a nice one. Practitioner. Random 3-3-3-2. And last card. Well, this one's going to be interesting to build. Let's get to it. Okay, this is the build that I settled on. So if you'll notice, the cards I ended up cutting were like the Dragonback Lancer, the Poised Practitioner. I didn't want to play a double black 6-drop, even though maybe I could have gotten away with it. I wanted to keep my curve lower. A lot of the cheap black cards I ended up cutting, like I didn't really want. Didn't really want the Artisan. Didn't really want the Riverwheel Sweep, though maybe I could include that if I wanted to as like an option. So maybe I'll consider that one. But basically, I ended up with a pretty decent mana base of 6 + 2. So that's 8 white sources, 6 + 2, 8 red sources, 2 Mardu Monuments, so kind of 10 of each of those. Then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, kind of 8 black sources. So a lot of sources of each color, actually, considering how my deck was. And then I have a good number of creatures, 14 creatures, plus more creatures from the Monument. I think the Starry-Eyed Skyrider actually plays great because of the Monument tokens and stuff like that. I can get tokens from this sometimes. Marshal of the Lost seems pretty good. This can make a token. So lots of token synergies, and then just a lot of solid cards overall, and then just a few black cards that are a little bit more expensive on the top end of things. So the deck seems pretty good to me, and I think Great Arishan City is another good combo with the Starry-Eyed Skyrider, just making sure you have some 1/1 flyers in the late game. The two cards that are most close to making the cut are Gurmag Rakshasa, just as a top-end threat, but it's a little bit hard with black not being a base, and then Riverwheel Sweep is just a 4-drop kind of thing that I can't get the blue mana for, but you can still use it for 4 mana. But I figured if you can't cast it for 3, it's not worth including, and overall, I think this deck is pretty solid, and I'm excited to see how it does. See you folks in the games. Before I get to the games, I want to give a huge shout out to all of the people who support my channel and my work at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. Patreon support helps me make high quality content on a consistent basis that will help you improve at draft and have more fun playing Magic the Gathering. Patrons also gain access to exclusive bonus resources like my card by card tier list, where I grade every card in the set on an A through F scale, and my format thoughts document, where I provide extra insights and stuff that I'm thinking about while playing the format. I want to give a special shout out to those patrons who support at the credits level. It really does make a big difference. And without further ado, let's get to the games. Welcome to round 1. We are going to keep this hand because we do have a 3-drop to play, even if it's not the one we want. And if we draw a Mardu Monument, then we are chilling. We can play Zurgo on turn 3. And then Marshall on turn 4, so Zurgo can attack the way we want. This is a really good start for us. This is why Mardu Monument is so important. If they don't kill Zurgo, we're in great shape. Sure, they're missing a land drop, looks like. This is where they need a kill spell. Oh. No kill spells allowed. Okay, so he's going to attack, make 2 1/1s. And then he'll get +X/+X, where X is the number of attacking creatures. So +3/+3, so he'll be unblockable, but they'll just block the 2 1/1s. Or I can play this and this. I'm not auto-ordering triggered abilities, perfect. I think we're going to go this Reigning Victor. That's a crazy good draw. Because this way we get another Mobilize guy into play. And we get to set up our draw for the next turn. Marshal the Lost would be great. So would Narset's Rebuke into Rally the Monastery. So would just Rally the Monastery. So would this into Rally the Monastery. I think we're just going to do this. And then we're going to go Narset's Rebuke, Rally the Monastery after they block. Oh, okay. So we don't even need to use the Rally the Monastery. We can just go +2/+2. But I kind of want to save everything. So let's do that. So we're going to kill... this guy and then buff up. No, we're going to kill this guy. We can let this trade happen. I'd rather they don't have anything going for them. And I'm keeping the 1/1, so they're valuable to me. Yeah. Boom. Nice little win there. Hopefully you saw how critical the Mardu Monument was. I think that was the best line. That was a really tricky turn, though. There were so many different lines. The whole game was pretty tricky, but I think getting this guy down was nice. Marshal the Lost would have been good. But setting up my draw was also good. So that was... I think playing Marshal would have been a fine choice. But I think from a perspective of the following turn, setting up my future draw was pretty good. I was going to be in pretty good shape no matter what, though. I like the idea that I could convert my Narset's Rebuke mana from blue to black if I needed to. Okay. This one I will mulligan because it's not like I have the huge payoff that I had last time. This is better. This is better. Gonna ditch the Bone Cairn Butcher, I think. Or the Coordinated Maneuver. Let's get rid of the Coordinated Maneuver. I'm not going to be casting that for a while. Now I have 3, 4, 4. And on the play, I'd rather have a threat. Hopefully we draw a 2-drop here. Even if it's just a Marty Monument. Get a Swamp. That's a great draw. Starting to curve out. If they play like a tap land here, they're already way behind. Okay, that helps. I think the Bone Cairn Butcher's coming down next turn. This guy can then attack. It's a good little synergy. Attacking tokens is the token. So they don't have a counter spell. They could have a punch spell, but they didn't want to punch this. This card is such a blowout. Like every time. If they tap out, I'm just going to play Marshal of the Lost, though. If not, I might hold up this. Okay, they tapped out. Perfect. Okay, now it's tricky. I think this is going to work out best. Mobilize resolves first, then this trigger. Scared me. I will decline. They're taking 9, 10, 11, 13. It's a bunch of damage. I think they might have the punch spell, so they punch this guy. Okay. So they're dead on board. Might as well deploy this first, though. Target the token. They're dead by a million. Marshal of the Lost is killer in these decks. Whew, that's a big win. When you're in Mythic, if you win against the higher ranked Mythic, you usually go up a little bit. We went from 1369 to 1257. I don't really care about the rank that much, but we went up by like 100 there. Pretty nice. You want to play your Mobilize guys and then play the Marshal at the end, like the last card you play. I mean, one of the ways I like to think about aggro decks sometimes is a lot of the time they're kind of like your run of the mill. They're going to get like a positive win percentage a lot of the time if you're like good with them. but they're not always like the winner. Like they're not like the same as a late game deck that just has so much inevitability that it can't lose the late game, because those decks are a little bit more reliable. So in these cases, like going 4-3, 5-3 is a pretty good result. Huge. This is a good hand. This is where Mardu Devotee really shines. It's going to set up my turn 3 Zergo. Man, this is where tap lands also hurt, but they're also necessary. If I draw a swamp naturally, I can just play this into this. I will probably just play the Devotee. Turn 3 Zergo is pretty good, especially on the play. And with a coordinated maneuver slash reigning victor backup. Two to the top, okay. Do not need the land. And Skyrider's not necessary either. I have other ways to push damage. Not blocking. I really need this guy to stick around for a turn. So they have 2 mana deal 4. I'm in trouble, which they might have. Okay. Just gonna play my big dragon. Sure. So what did I scry at the bottom again? I scried this guy. Yeah, that guy would have been solid here, I guess. But I'd rather scry towards my Hellkite, though. Sharpshooter, sure. Okay. Kill the sharpshooter. Guy. Next turn I can go Victor into the dragon, maybe. Stormblade. I'm okay with that. Because I'm ahead on the race. So I have 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 4, 6, 8, 10. No blocks. This is 2, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Don't even need to show them the Stormbrood. Nice little win there. We're cooking. We've gotten some nice early curve outs. Good aggression. We've already gotten to 3 wins. As I said, getting to 5 wins with these sort of decks is pretty nice because it is somewhat matchup dependent. As you can see, our mana has been very smooth. The Devotee has been very clutch. The Monument has been very clutch. We've had Zergo a lot, so I think we've played Zergo every game. But that's the benefit of having these rares, is the games you play them, you win a lot of the time. And the games you don't, you lose sometimes. But the games are pretty quick, too. Okie doke. Another game, another mulligan. But that's okay. Our deck mulligans fairly well. We'll keep this one. Put back the swamp. And then hope to draw up plains in our first 2 draw steps. And if we draw plains this turn, we're in good shape. If we draw plains next turn, we're probably still fine. Oh gosh, give me a plains, please. Zergo punishes this so hard. But this is the nature of inconsistent mana. We have like 6 or 7 plains in the deck. Ooh, that's an ouch. Plains would still be good. Okay. So if I draw a land now, I can go Rebuke into Zergo because of this extra mana. That is tough. Of course, they hit a land. I will just pass. But yeah, this is going to be a game where I just lose because I didn't hit my white mana ever. Such is life. Such is life. I can make a 1/1 with that. We're not quite out of it, but we're in pretty dire shape. Yep. Oh, gosh. I should have hoped that I kind of hope they didn't get that this turn because I couldn't hold it up. Six. I have 6 mana. Not quite enough to do what I want. I'll get to net a 1/1 here. Gonna start making extra 1/1s. Let's jump here. Need to draw their card. Yeah, if I'd drawn a plains this game, I would have won, but now unless they have, like, literal nothing, I'm probably going to lose. At least my Zergo does something. Oh, did I lose my tokens? Yeah, I'm just going to concede this game. Yeah, this game's over. Right. Losing Zergo's a big deal. Yeah. That was just how those games go sometimes. You can't always win them. My mana's not the best, but I mulliganed once already that game, I think. And so you have to keep the second hand. Perfect. This hand is excellent. We can keep this. We have all our colors. We're going to curve out really nicely. Basically, when you play those games where you are... We're still going to get mountain here because we have double red cards. When you play a game where you are... let's just double check that, though. Do we have any double white cards? I don't think so. Yeah, we have the double red guy. When you play a game where your opponent's activating Dragon Broods thing before you get your second land, and your third color of mana, or one of your main colors of mana, then you're going to be in trouble. Duelist, sure. No blocks. So they hit me for 4. I play this, hit them for 3. Now I can technically block their guys. And next turn I get to go Rebuke into Skyrider. They already used one removal spell. If they have a second removal spell, it's a little dicey, but we can still overcome. They don't have a good target for the Rebuke yet, is the problem. Okay, perfect. That's a heck of a draw. Kill this guy. Into Marshal of the Lost. I think they're in trouble. This thing's going to give all my guys flying, and Marshall will be able to give one of my flying tokens flying for the win. Boom! Nice little win. Taking down Dubsy. I don't know who that is. I just felt like it was satisfying to say. But yeah, we're back to our winning waves. We've guaranteed a winning record with the deck. And we're hyped to be 4-1. That's a good record. Zergo has showed up a lot, and he's been excellent. So really happy with this deck's performance so far. Let's just keep it rolling. Okie doke. Another great hand on the play. We'll keep it. This guy into Reigning Victor is going to be pretty good. Playing another aggressive matchup. Winning the die roll is really good in these matchups. Another Sunset Strike Master. That'll be good at some point. Making a 1-1 probably, yep. We will get the curve rolling. This guy's really good on turn 3 because he's then attacked and he makes a 1-1 that can attack. This card's going to be pretty good when we activate it. They can't attack unless they kill the victor. I've got built-in answers for any dragons they play. It's pretty nice. Sure. So we've already got double red. We're going to have double black. We're going to have double white. Just get another red. The 1/1s really line up well against the Strike Masters. Perfect. Whichever one we can use to take down the Fortress Kin Guard, we will do. They have a lot of 1 toughness guys out there. So the 1/1s are doing good work. The only problem is we have all lands in hand. Luckily we can kill the Sun's Pearl Kieran with this guy. This would be a great time to draw quite a few different cards. Like, normally I'd feel really good about this game if I had any action, but I do not. We have, in fact, no action. Other than the Arishan City, which will be useful. That's a good draw. Let's draw it in this order. Then we're going to start buffing up our tokens. But we're going to sacrifice this to kill the Kieran and then make a 1/1. They probably have a kill spell. I guess attacking with the Devotee, I could have replaced it with a 1/1, but I didn't really feel like that was necessary. And this thing's going to start attacking. Tiger, sure. Sonic Shrieker. Hate to see that. Could have killed that if I'd had my mana up. Not that I was gonna be. Yeah, I think my line was correct. It's just annoying how that happens sometimes. Kill their flyer. No need to do anything crazy here. If I attack with this guy, they'll make a trade of probably this thing and this thing. And then they'll block the other 1/1, so they will not actually take any damage. Then I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blockers. They'll be at 9. Doing this for one more turn without doing anything is fine. Fetch up a land, thin our deck slightly because we have no other ways to use this land. Might as well get the value from it. Unless they find a kill spell for the Dawnbreaker, we're in pretty good shape. Oh, they have the kill spell and it gets exiled. Yep, that's how it goes sometimes. Yep. Pretty good. Don't mind if I do. Pretty good. Really? No, I was going to draw my guy. That's annoying. My Marshal is on top. So I could block with the Devotee and 2 tokens. And you can only kill 2 things. And I get to make a new 1/1. So the Devotee is trading down to a 1/1. No blocks. I have the Starry Eye Skyrider, which would be a good draw. That's a good draw. Do I kill him? Filter this into black. Kill their 3/4. Attack with everything. Oh my gosh. 2 Sonic Shriekers is the difference this game. Plus the Salt Road, which replaced itself. Sure. It's a bummer. But such is life. You're hopefully seeing how good Great Arishan City is. That's a great draw. It's not an optional one. That's funny. I didn't really want to thin their deck. So if they have another kill spell, I'm in trouble. A lot of their random creatures won't be problematic. Of course, they have the best possible kill spell. Why wouldn't they? This is, after all, I don't know. They've had that both times to kill my big dragon. Real bummer there. I already used my Rebellious Strike, right, so that can't kill them. So let's triple block this guy. That's game. I needed to draw a kill spell for their Sonic Shrieker. Gosh, if they hadn't had 2 kill spells for my dragons, I would have won that. Oh, that's tough. Like, and the exile fact that their exile was a pretty big deal too. Or if like they played the Sonic Shrieker when I was low on mana, they probably saved it somehow. But I had my 2 guys that can kill flyers out when they had a bunch of 1/1s, and they just had way more spells to work with most of that game. I was kind of playing off the top. I tried my best. Okay, we'll keep this. It's not the greatest hand, especially being on the draw. But we got 2 of our best cards. And if we draw a swamp, or plains, honestly, we're in good shape. I'm going to play this slower and steady, because this Evolving Wilds can find either swamp or plains, and so if I draw one of them, I'd rather save it for the other. And it will slow me down here. Literal worst. Bum ba da bum ba da bum. Oh, I can't activate it. Oh my gosh. Well, I deserve to lose this game. Just... Jeez Louise. Okay, well, we went 4-3, which was kind of what I expected. It just is tough to go 3-0 into 4-3. But our mana just kind of didn't cooperate. I should have gotten planes with this, but I don't think it would have made that big of it. I mean, I would have been able to deploy all my spells except this guy. So that was really just greedy, and it cost me the whole game. Like, if I just use this to get planes, then on turn 2 I play Strike Master, turn 3... Then turn 3 I play this. Turn 4 I can play this. I'm like totally in the game. Instead I just got too fancy. Sometimes you can like wait a turn, but like that's only if you have like another tap land or something. I should have just gotten plains because it's one of my main colors and just accepted I can't play Bone Cairn Butcher for a while. I was just greedy. Like if I draw plains, I'd much rather get a swamp with this. Oh man. Because I didn't at the time have like any other plays to make. So based on the opening hand, it was like, okay, maybe. Oh, that was so bad. I just play this on turn 1, get plains. Turn 2, play this guy. Turn 3, play this guy. I can block their guys. I mean, this card's going to be hard to beat no matter what. That card's really good. They have all their colors. Look at them. They have 1, 2, 3. They have 4 different colors, and I just still have my 1. But messing this part up where I was like, okay, I spent my entire turn thinking I could kill the Clarion Conqueror. And then I could not. It was just really dumb. But yeah, that was going to be a hard game to win regardless, because I wasn't going to find my colors. If I couldn't have Swamp to play my guy on curve, the Clarion guy stops my aggro. But, you know, not a great look for me messing up that badly. Sometimes it's good to try out a weird thing just to see what it feels like, because, like, I do have 6 planes in the deck. So, like, imagine turn 1 or turn 2 I draw planes. All of a sudden I look like a genius. But it's like such an unlikely event. And look at the number of black cards to white cards in my deck. I mean, I have enough black cards that it's like kind of an intriguing decision. Like, cause it's not just plains. If I draw, I have like 9 draws. Because if I draw a swamp, I know I can get plains as well. So it's literally if I just draw anything except mountain, and I did not, or mountain or another card, yeah. Because basically I have 9 draws that are like, okay, you can now go get the plains or the swamp accordingly. But I'm just like locked out of casting a lot of spells if I get one and not the other. So like, let's just say I draw swamp on turn 2. Then I can go get plains. Then on turn 3, I can play my guy. Or turn 4. Or turn 2, I play my Sunset Strike Master. Turn 3, I can play something. If I draw plains naturally, then I can play my white guy using the Strike Master mana. It could honestly be like a fine play. Like, it might just not be a terrible play. Because my mana fixing's not the best. But I have the 2 Mardu Monuments. I have other fixing in the deck. So just getting the ability to cast most of my spells. Because my opening hand was this guy. The Strike Master. Like 3 mountains, the Evolving Wilds. And this card. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Did I have the Purging Stormbrood at the time? I might have. I think this was maybe my opener. So like playing mountain isn't the end of the world because I can't actually cast these spells anyway, or I don't really want to cast Rally the Monastery for a little bit. I kind of just want to, I can take like 2 draws at it because play this on turn 2. It's just like the way the draw lined up was really bad because I drew like 2 white cards. I think I drew Riling Dawnbreaker and the Sky Rider. Huh, interesting play. Probably wrong, but it's sometimes nice to experiment anyway. Hope you enjoyed the video. It's the classic go 4-3 with your Mardu aggro deck and be like, yeah, that's about what I expected. It could have done better, could have done worse. I usually lost to bad mana versus anything else. Like that one game was a crazy one where like they exiled my 2 top end guys, and like I could have won that game if they just had like a normal creature instead of a removal spell there. But that's how that goes. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you made it all the way to the end, leave hashtag Zergo in the comment section down below because we pretty much won every time we played this guy, and he was pretty sweet for us. Anyway, that's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed it, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe for more, comment with your questions, thoughts, and feedback. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you next time.